back on. There we go. Now you can see Rocky Writers Group. Crazy. I'm crazy. And I gotta see what's over here. Excuse me while I figure things out. Tra-la-la-la-la. Watch now. There we go. Welcome to the chat room. And it's me. That's all there is. And that's okay. Just making sure. Okay, I think we're ready. Welcome to June 15th's writing group of awesomeness. I hope that you had a lovely, productive week. I forgot I had my little caffeine source here that I haven't opened up. So open it up, I shall. Pinkies up. Don't judge me, people. Don't judge. We are talking about plot again today. A lovely little workbook I found that I thought I'd like. Basically, July is coming, and July is another Camp NaNoWriMo. Chance to write your book. Put down like 20,000 words. Not like a full, like, it's a smaller goal. You can do it. I believe in you. However, I'm working on a screenplay, so don't know how that's going to work. However, sorry, let me just check. I'm working on a screenplay, but I'm going to go through this. ScribeMeetsWorld.com presents the ultimate story structure worksheet. It's apparently 18 pages of awesomeness or greatness or help you flesh out your story. I've been working on index cards. Let me just pull one out for you. Boom. So I've been trying to plan out in the traditional manner of the screenwriter on index cards. However, everyone's different. Some people just use notebooks. Some people don't plan at all. I need to plan before I write because then I just, I lose steam, man. I lose steam. It's not good. So you guys are going to help me and you're going to be here with me. So anyway, Camp NaNoWriMo coming up in July. Get ready. Work on your stuff. Get your planning done in the next 3 weeks. July will hit and writing will commence. So, Scribe Meets World. I've basically got up to my Inciting Incident for my screenplay, but as always, I struggle to hit the next act, to the end of Act 1. And then I hit Act 1, and then I struggle to get to the middle of Act 2, struggle to get to Act 3, struggle, and then the last few scenes I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not a very good writer. At least that's what I tell myself in my head all the time. You suck. And I need to stop that. I need to give myself warm hugs. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm not sure if any of you guys ever heard ScribeMeetsWorld.com, the ultimate story structure. I haven't, but I found it and I love worksheets. So that's what we're going to do. We will do the writing sprint at 7:15-ish, 7:15 to 7:30. Yeah, I'm at a loss, man. I got to the point where my protagonist, Kayon. See, I don't even know his name that well. He comes into possession of a mysterious object, thousands of years old, but yet strangely high-tech. It's curious to him. So he scans it, which he's not supposed to do. They send all the stuff out to him and he recycles. That's what he does. He has a recycler. And it's a way of, interesting. Let me just write this down. A little note. Recyclers. From city. So the recycler, far from the city, he breaks everything down to parts, and then he gets to, I'm assuming, provide this raw material to people who need it. Like I need a bar of iron so I can blacksmith something. I need a bar of platinum for something. I don't know, make jewelry. So, oh, there's the Cloudish. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Está bien? Let me just. I don't know if it's working. Let me put on. Are you in Discord? No, you're not. I should try and. I think I posted the Discord link. Let me just find it. Rocky Library. It's in our Facebook page, I believe. And it should be good for many a day, as they say. Do. There we go. What is that doing? Why is it popping up? Copy. I'm sending you a message from the great beyond. Paste. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to post the Discord chat, the Cloudish, in case for some reason you decide to join. Though I tried testing it before just because every time I try something new, it tends to screw up and not work the next week. So anyway, so I've got up to the point where he comes into possession and finds the mysterious device, makes some scans of it, and boom. That's as far as I got. Which is why, me being the fan of planning, downloaded this. The Cloudish, it is okay. I did some planning in which I wrote, but I didn't write any scenes. But you weren't here earlier, so I don't know if you heard. Camp NaNoWriMo is coming up in July. So basically, let me just find the website here. Because I'm thoughtful that way. Camp NaNoWriMo. Copy link. Yes, I will. Paste. Yes, I will. There we go. That's starting in July. A chance to set a smaller goal of maybe 20,000 or 30,000 words for the month and getting a big boost for your novel. So my goal is I'm just going to do my planning for the next couple weeks. So I have 2 weeks to finish scening, like making the scenes and plotting out my screenplay. I've got like one scene written and I've got some more in my head. But yeah. What's my name on NaNoWriMo? Well, mine is, actually I better double check because it's been a while. I'm probably not even logged in, so I better log in. No. It is, there we go. Ugh. There we go. It is, well, I'll find buddies. Cloudish. What? How come it's not finding? It's not finding you, Cloudish. Cancel. I'm going to go back. Mine, come on, go back. Mine is Aaron Almrick. There you go. That's my NaNoWriMo username. If you guys want to join it up. And yeah, that's curious and strange. So add me as your friend because I need more of them. So how do people deal with Act 1? Basically, from what my reading has done, Inciting Incident, that's when sort of the first little, something strange is happening. And then That is curious, Cloudish. I'm going to see what I can do. No, shop, donate, brought to you. My NaNoWriMo. Buddies. Do I have 2 accounts? I am wondering if I have more than 1 account, because I'm that is curious. Oh wait, buddies? No, I have 1 buddy. But yeah, I'm at a loss. We'll have to do some more searching. We'll have to figure this out, people. If anyone's watching this who knows more about Camp NaNoWriMo, why are our names not showing up? That's horrible. And it's kind of hurtful a little bit inside. My heart is hurting. Anyway, inciting incident, something happens, something crazy, and then there's the dilemma. This is where, I guess it's like the call is made, like, ooh, adventure, rejecting the call, or at least fighting the urge to go on the call. For instance, in Star Wars, we have Luke, the droids run off. You should say, I guess that you could say that's the inciting incident. They buy new droids. That's an everyday, ordinary thing that happens. It's not strange. However, then, what is kind of strange is the droids take off. It's like, what? We bought these droids. They're supposed to serve us now. Why'd they leave? What? So Luke goes to find the droids. So he leaves. He finds Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he learns that his father was a Jedi. And hey, you must learn the ways of the Force if you are to come with me to Alderaan. And Luke goes, I can't go to Alderaan. Oh, man. He wants to go, but he can't. He refuses the call. So I guess that's kind of like... Then he fights it for a bit. He doesn't want to go, or at least he says he doesn't want to go. They go and they find the Jawas, and like, this is strange. It's not the Sand People. Look at these blast marks. Only a Imperial stormtrooper is so precise. We all know that's not true. Stormtroopers are the worst shots in the galaxy. So it's kind of funny that Obi-Wan says that. Anyway, he refuses. He's like, if they tracked the droids to where we bought them from, that would take them home. And he goes and jumps in his land speeder, goes off, finds Uncle Ben and Aunt Veru murdered, burning, skeletal. And that is when he accepts the call. It's like, okay, I have nothing here left anymore. So I'm going to go. And usually, Act 1 to Act 2 not only is like a change in sort of direction, but usually a change in scene as well, in the sense that he's no longer on Tatooine anymore. He leaves shortly. I'm sorry. I love pop a little bit too much, and I need to stop. Oh, and look, I just kicked the wall has joined us. Thank you very much, young lady. We appreciate you very much. So, that is what needs to happen. A refusal of the call. And I think the problem with my inciting incident is it's not really a call. He doesn't like, oh, I need to go somewhere, or I need to do something. As far as he's concerned, nothing has happened. So I think I need to make something a little different for this. Scans it. Raiders break in and or to steal it. Recycled. Okay. I've added something to give a little bit more direction and urgency. He finds this weird device. This is really strange. What is it? Scans it, does like very high-tech molecular scans, recycles it like he's supposed to, like a responsible person. And then the Raiders break in. Where is it? Look, they overturn it, and it's like they find out that he's recycled it. They're like, no. But now he knows that he's got a scan of it. Like, what do I do with this scan? So the next few scenes, well, if this is any indication, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scenes that I have to fill before he, like where he debates what he's going to do. So, yay. However, I'm not going to be working directly on that. I'm going to be working on, as I've flashed up many a time, the Ultimate Story Structure Worksheet by ScribeMeetsWorld.com. Cloudish, I just kicked the wall. Have you seen that? In case you guys are interested. You can download it, print it out, see if it's any useful. I just love worksheets. I love writing in paper, typing on the computer. We'll see what happens. I'm just sorry. Every once in a while, I like to go and check and see if there's other people hanging out. And it's just us three. Do. Why? Why do I love to sing? I don't know. So, shall we begin the writing? Think about that. If you're working on plot, you can either take out the ScribeMeetsWorld.com worksheet and start working on that, or if you're still in Act 1, you've got the Inciting Incident, think about, okay, they've received a call to action, whatever that may be. In my case, he's got something that he knows people want, but they don't know he has it, so now he has a little bit of breathing room. So what does he do? Does he try to contact the authorities? No, probably not, because he does a little illegal stuff on the down low. Talk to his dad? Probably not either. He and his dad don't really get along. Or if you're a Friends fan, then they're like, good show, good times, noodle salad. So yeah, now I have to come up with some scenes that sort of like debate. Maybe talks to his best friend. I've got this. What do I do? People were looking for it. Oh, maybe you could sell it to the Raiders. And no, I don't know. He's got to be a good guy. You know, the whole save the cat thing we've talked about numerous times. He's got to do something good. So maybe he debates a little bit and chooses a course of action, which is he notifies the authorities. But the Raiders show up again because they have a mole inside the department. Those crazy Raiders, the rebellion, the rebels. So, let's begin, people. Shall we? I'm doing the worksheet. So this counts as writing. What does the tech do? Oh, you mean that the device that he found? That's the one that predicts the future to an extent. All these different rings of this device, each ring predicts a different cycle, like a cycle of war, cycle of disease, cycle of the economy, cycle of distrust, or paranoia, like all these different things, and they all interact with each other. Yes, see, philosophy, you remember? So this device, by using known cycles of society, can predict when, in this case, when war is going to break out. This is what mostly is used to stop, is it predicts when war is going to break out, but also sort of the level of tech development that always tends to reset after a big war. If the tech gets to a certain level, then the war is an extinction level event. Like it basically wipes out everybody, like a nuclear war or bioweapons. So people who know this, usually things reset before it gets that bad. So, society contracts, but it slowly progresses. But it's a point where the whole world's screwed. So to avoid that, they try and reset the clock by doing something unpredictable and outside the cycle. So are the rebels trying to do it? Are they the good guys? Is it the city are they trying? You'll have to read the story, and it will blow your freaking mind. Okay. Anyway, so get out whatever you're working on. I got to move my chair, so I'm kind of in the middle here. And begin. I'm starting right from the beginning, even though I've already done some planning. So, holy smokes indeed, Cloudish. This story will change the world. Actually, I know this is a side I should be writing. Have you ever read the Foundation series by Isaac Asimov? Psychohistory, is that what it was called? Basically, the whole idea of this guy developed this system of psychohistory. And he kind of knew what was going to happen in the future, so he broke up. He did these crazy things. He managed to have like a civilization on one particular planet that had next to no metals. So they had to develop everything in miniature because they only had so much. And then this group did this and this group did that. And it basically made it so that when they all came back together again, they had the right tools to overcome this huge obstacle that he saw coming millennia ago. Show off. When you were 12, when you read them, I might have been 17 or 18. I mean, I was 4. I was 4 when I was not. I think I liked reading books, but I always read I shouldn't say always below my level, but I often read below my level. Like the Hardy Boys. I think I still was reading them in junior high, even though the stories were pretty basic. So I apologize. Okay. Artifact. Future. Demise. Who trust this vice? Stop the course. Human. Can you stop me, alter? Development. We should have to see. The Sword of Shannara. That I haven't read in a long time. I can't even really remember. Nope, I'm going to go on, but Sword of Shannara, I seem to recall, was a pretty good series. Though for the life of me, I can't remember much about it, which is embarrassing. Okay. I'm going to skip over that. It says basically jot all your initial thoughts. Any images you see, lines of dialogue you hear, ideas for subplots, set pieces, character relationships, themes, etc. No. You're not the boss of me, so stop telling me what to do. I'm going to do the describe your protagonist. Smart. Fascinated by technology and angry at for restricting its use. What is his profession? Recycler, because he's all like environmentally conscious and stuff. They had a TV series that went for 2 seasons. I do remember watching that, but I don't remember much about the series either. I just remember, as always, I'm thinking, everyone's good looking. Where are the ugly elves? Where are the overweight humans? Where's a role for me? But no, everyone's beautiful, everyone's thin, everyone's awesome, blah, 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 blah. I'm not bitter at all. Not at all. I think I still have a future in British television. Because there, people can, you don't have to be, this hot person. You can be chubby and wrinkly and bad teeth. So BBC, give me a call. Call me. Are you sure we're talking about television here? Cookie cutter, love triangle. Though I will defend love triangles, they make everything more interesting. Actually, no, that's not true. Love stories in shows. I will always think that a show will be improved if there's a love interest of some sort. Because that's like the more important thing. Like, okay, so he saves the universe. Yay, good job. But does he have like a future with this person or she? Then I'm like, now there's a future worth having. It's like, yay, they get the treasure, but if he ends up on an island alone with the treasure, it's not really a happy ending. But if he ends up on the island with the person he loves, then boom, good story. Yes. Creating a character that's not in the books. I think they've done that a few times. Was it Lord of the Rings? Didn't they do that? I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've read Lord of the Rings. I've just heard that Éowyn is not. It's Éowyn, the daughter of I can't remember his name now. Hugo Weaving's character, Elrond. Elrond, yes. His daughter is like not mentioned in the books or barely mentioned. And what is his overall goal? Well, his overall goal to decipher the device is 1. So he can then decide who to trust with it. That's not. See, this is talking about the goal, and I'm sure you all have heard it, and this thing specifically talks about it. A SMART goal. Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it actionable? Is it realistic? Is it time-bound? Answer to most of these questions, no, which means it's not a good goal. Well, it's specific. He has to decipher the device, yes. And, so maybe a couple goals, and decide who to trust with it. Is it measurable? Well, Measurable, yes. Decipher the device and rebuild it. If he does it, then a few action steps, yes. That's realistic, yes. But time bound. So I got to add a time measurement in there. So he's got to decipher the device, find out who he can trust before Civil War breaks out. So I guess in the story that'd have to be something specific, like a specific time that you know that it's going to happen, like not just a nebulous in the future a civil war is going to break out. It's got to be more of like election. Maybe there's elections in the city. Maybe there are, and that's the day when the elections happen in the city. What? Video bomb? Who's Ben? Who's Ben? I'm confused. Are you talking about my boss? Oh, no, that's not. That is the cleaning crew. Cleaning up. So they were just getting garbage. Not Ben, I'm afraid. However, we have Kermit bomb.
Hi-ho. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. I'd like to talk to you about writing. So just suck up and do it.
No. Well, you know what they say about people who assume. No, I'm not going to tell you. Plus, I don't think he's here in the evening very often, except on maybe D&D nights. And I don't even think they do that since all the... Yes, it's PG. I think when the restrictions are lifted, they might resume their D&D game here. Kermit the Mortal Supporting Frog, yes. Kermit. It's one of my most popular videos on YouTube was Kermit reading 50 Shades of Grey. Not all of it, but enough.
And then he looked at her. Sweat trickling down her skin.
I know you do it over Discord now, but once upon a time, wasn't it here in the library? Anyway, Civil War breaks out. Breaks out. The upcoming elections. City council, councilors. So there's got to be an evil counselor. Of course, there's got to be like someone who's working with the rebellion. Sort of the equivalent of Emperor Palpatine back when he was Chancellor something. I don't even remember his name, Chancellor something. I don't think it was Chancellor Palpatine, was it? Obviously, those movies made a big impact on me. They were horrible. But anyway, smart. I mean, they're specific, yes. Deciphering the device. Who we can trust with it. He's got like this two-side of a civil war going. And so that, actionable. He's smart enough. He can do it. He's been doing stuff like that all over time. Yep. It's actionable. And time-bound. So there's a deadline. Yes. Boom. Yes. Chancellor, I don't know. I'm sorry, I just have issues with the first set of trilogy. Well, I shouldn't say the first set of trilogies, the prequels. Original ones, pretty good. Last set, visually awesome to watch, lots of action. Didn't really... They kind of they wasted their characters. It was like, look at all this amazing stuff. but the characters weren't really developed in any way that made me care about them. So you can hate me all you want, but that's how I feel. If your protagonist's goal isn't specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound, use the space below to revise it accordingly. No, because I've done it. What is stopping the protagonist from achieving his goal? That is a good question. I think he's got to have the city councilors and army, for lack of a good word, after him, and the rebels are after him. So he's got two sides. What are the stakes? Well, if he is right about the device, like once he deciphers the device, they're okay. Have you ever seen Red Letter? Have you seen the Red Letter Media YouTube channel? They do a huge critique on the prequels. Each critique is basically as long as the movie itself. So it's like a 2-hour-long review of each movie, and they're amazing, and they're more enjoyable than the movie, and they point out a lot of things that don't make sense. And kind of, so when you watch the movies again, I felt like, yeah, no, I see it. And it ruined it a little bit for me, but it made me feel smarter. I don't know. Red Letter Media, YouTube, their reviews of the prequels. Check them out. Anyway, so if he's right about the device, like he probably is in the middle of the fight, like they're each after him, he doesn't know who to trust. Meanwhile, he's trying to decipher the device. He kind of starts getting hints of what the device is for. He wants the rebels to win initially, doesn't like the city. I'm thinking at the midpoint, he figures out what the device is for. Now he still doesn't trust the city, but now he's not really trusting the rebellion either, the rebels. So there's like a slight switch. So if he's right about the device, that it predicts the future of human civilization, and then rebels will cause humanity's fall. If he's wrong, he is holding back progress of humanity. So he's got like, oh, if I'm right, we're all dead. If I'm wrong, I'm dooming lots of people to... Oh, what? There we go. Whew. The device. I need to come up with a cool name for it. Circaria. Circara? That was the name. That's the name of the script. Circa era, kind of combined. Circa, circular era, period of time, large period of time. So the whole idea that we repeat ourselves. Well, I'm sure at first he's interested in money. Selling it. I like that idea. I'm going to have to make money a part of it in the first little bit. And I have a feeling like he's going to contact the rebellion, like the rebels. Because he doesn't really care for the city. So he probably like, hey, he doesn't know that the people who attacked his lab are the rebels. So he would contact them, like, hey, I have something maybe you're interested in. People are looking for it. Got some money for you. And they're like, yeah, we'll buy it from you. I will keep money in mind. Now rewrite your story as a one-sentence log line. If you have difficulty, try using the simple log line formula. Okay then. Okay, so basically writing your story plot in one sentence in a log line, very common screenplay. It's like an interesting protagonist must accomplish a goal despite extraordinary resistance because of emotionally compelling stakes. You know what? I'm going to look up some good log lines. Excuse me. I'm just going to put this up here just so we can have some examples. Movie log lines. I mean, it's for movies, but... Okay, let's see if these log lines follow that formula or if this workbook is blowing smoke up our butts. Shall we? Shall we look? What's a log line? What? It's just basically summing up the movie, the stakes, everything kind of in one sentence. If you can sum up your story in one sentence, it just helps clarify things and makes it appealing to other people who might be like, ooh, that does sound interesting. So I'm just going to read some log lines from famous movies. See, okay, this I don't think is a log line because, so already I'm doubting this website. In space, no one can hear you scream. That's from Aliens, but it's not a log line. There's no protagonist in it. It's a tagline from a poster. That's all. It tells you nothing about the movie. So these are all those are all taglines. There we go. I'm right. It says these are all taglines. Exactly. They're not log lines. Here is some. Okay. The aging patriarch of an organized crime dynasty transfers control of his clandestine empire to his reluctant son. So I'm guessing that's The Godfather, which I have never seen and I don't really want to see because I don't like mob movies. After a simple jewelry heist goes terribly wrong, the surviving criminals begin to suspect that one of them is a police informant. So you got the characters like surviving criminals. One of them is a police informant. A jewelry heist goes terribly wrong. A depressed suburban father in a midlife crisis decides to turn his hectic life around after becoming infatuated with his daughter's attractive friend. Ew. It's American Beauty, but yeah. That, yes, Godfather is indeed the first one. I'm going to read through some more. A mentally unstable Vietnam War veteran works as a nighttime taxi driver in New York City, where the perceived decadence and sleaze feeds his urgent for violent action, attempting to save a pre-adolescent prostitute in the process. So we got who that is, the stakes. With the help of a German bounty hunter, a freed slave sets out to rescue his wife from a brutal Mississippi plantation owner. During the U.S.-Vietnam War, Captain Willard is sent on a dangerous mission into Cambodia to assassinate a renegade colonel who has set himself up as a god among a local tribe. Two imprisoned men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventually redemption through acts of common decency. I have no idea what that one... Shawshank Redemption? A Las Vegas set comedy centered around three groomsmen who lose their about-to-be wed buddy during their drunken misadventures, then must retrace their steps in order to find him. So yeah, who it's about, the stakes. They've lost their guy, we gotta find him. What else? I guess there's not all of these. What is the resistance? Despite, so a young FBI cadet must confide in an incarcerated and manipulative killer to receive his help on catching another serial killer who skins his victims. So I guess one young FBI agent, but also describes the resistance. They've got to I'm young, no one really trusts me, they don't think much of me, and I've got to convince this manipulative killer, so that's resistance. So to help catch another serial killer. Oh, good times. Django? Django? Yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Never seen that movie either. I should really see it. Everyone says it's amazing. And it probably is. A man creates a strange system to help him remember things so he can hunt for the murderer of his wife without his short-term memory loss being an obstacle. Memento. A thief who steals corporate secrets through the use of dream-sharing technology is given the inverse task of planting an idea into the mind of a CEO. That's Inception, isn't it? When a teenage girl is possessed by a mysterious entity, her mother seeks the help of two priests to save her daughter. The Exorcist. Dango? You know what? I'm just going to accept that I can't say it, so I'm just going to go like cough. I'm just going to cough when I say it. Like, oh, the Django. And hope that no one calls me out on it. Or I'll just have to listen to some YouTube videos where people are talking about it and just copy what they're saying. Anyway, those are log lines. That is what they recommend doing after you've sort of thought about your story for a script, and it works for a novel too. It's okay. You don't have to type if you don't want to. Phones suck when it comes to typing. So say young technology obsessed man. I guess that's who he is. Comes into possession of a device capable of changing the course of human civilization. Yes. And is being hunted by both sides of an. This is a longer sentence. Approaching civil war. Who wish to possess it. So I'll just read it out. See if you guys think it makes. A young tech-obsessed man walks into a bar. A young tech-obsessed man comes into possession of a device capable of changing the course of human civilization and is being hunted by both sides of an approaching civil war who wished to possess it. That doesn't roll off the tongue. So I might have to tweak the bit of it. So, yeah, okay. On to the next page of this amazing worksheet. The ultimate story structure worksheet. Part 2 is entitled Structure, which is good to have. If you don't have structure, you don't got jack. Interesting. Sorry, there's one thing that I always love to do, and that is Google stuff. And because I don't have two screens today, I'd planned, fun fact, Do 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 do. Commander Root. That is not who I'm trying to find. He is. Ouch. Interesting. Okay, sorry, there's just someone who pops into the chat a lot called Commander Root and never talks. I'm assuming he's a bot, and I just wanted to check. Because, hey, I don't want to talk like, hey, Commander Root, how you doing? You're my best friend. And then it's a bot. Sort of like, it's like being catfished in a sense, except instead of an overweight dude in a trailer park somewhere, it's a bunch of ones and zeros, which is kind of even worse. Commander Root, I thought we had something. I thought we connected. And then I find out you're just a program. And not even like a matrix type of program where you have like sentience and, you know, we can talk and share and, no, you don't care. You don't talk. No. So anyway, let us continue. We have 8 more minutes to fill this stuff. Well, we're not going to fill it out, but I want to finish this out and finish out my index cards before July. That is my goal, so that when July starts, I can just write. Even if I just write a couple scenes a day, that's like 5 pages. And in screenwriting, that's not a whole lot. I could do it. I can do it. First act break. You're going to figure out the first act break before the inciting incident. What? You'll see the reason for this approach on page 8. But I just already figured out the inciting incident. I've already failed. Well, the end of Act 1. He sets up a meet with one side for the device. But both sides show up. He is kidnapped? No. He flees. Both to avoid death. Out why this thing is so important. Okay. Oh, well, hello, Bigfoot Bjornsson. Who's Bjornsson? I feel like you guys are already connected some way. Like there's like this connection. Like you guys know each other. Is this true? Mr. Bigfoot Bjornsson. Hada. Välkommen till min channel. Okay, you have no ID'd. I have no ID'd. I know what you meant, but it's funner to say I dead. I have no ID'd. Let's take a look. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. You are a wonderful, wonderful man or woman. I don't know. And anyone who uses a Scandinavian name, awesome. And Bigfoot, I mean, like, that's awesome. We live in the Rocky Mountains area, so. Are you from Alberta? Jeg heter Neil Winchell. Velkommen. Og hva skal vi lese I dag? No, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm making like these huge assumptions just because I see Bjornsson, and technically it's probably like a Danish name, and I'm trying Norwegian, which is embarrassing. And my Norwegian is awful. So tell us if you wish in chat while I'm jotting some stuff down. If you are writing anything, what you are doing, that would be awesome to hear. And we can assist, give you ideas if you wish. Or if you want us to just not say anything, we can do that too. Or we can be fangirls and just like tell you you're awesome. Because that's what I like to hear. That's what I like my people to say is, Neil, your ideas are so amazing. Why aren't you like a full-time screenwriter or an author? But no one does that. I just kick the wall. She insults me all the time. Sometimes I cry after she talks to me. Yes, can they be described as your log line in motion? I think so, yes. You know what? I think I like my first act break. Yeah, thank you for when Apple opens a funeral home. I dead. I think that'd be hilarious. Welcome to I Dead Funeral Homes. I can't see them doing that until they figure out how to upload people's consciousness to the cloud or something. Then they'll open up some sort of thing. Is it raining and pouring outside? Curious. Curious indeed. Anyway, back to writing. Because we've got just like 5 more minutes left. Bigfoot Bjornsson. Once 8 o'clock hits, 8:05, that's usually when everything wraps up. So hopefully you can get some writing done, or planning, or plotting, or anything in that time. So is my event in Act 1 working? Is kind of goal? Yes. Does your first act break involve a change in geographical location? You know how we talked about Star Wars, how Luke, he finally accepts that he can't stay on Tatooine. That's a change in location. Not quite off the planet, I don't think yet, but he does go to Mos Eisley. Never was there more a wretched hive of scum and villainy. So he leaves the crazy desert area and he goes to this outpost. Change in location, and then shortly thereafter leaves the planet entirely. So, yeah. So anyway, my guy will also have a change in geography. Where does your protagonist journey to? I don't know. Where would he go? He can't. It's not Loft Planet. To the city. So that's where maybe that's where he needs to go. He needs to go to the city. Because right now he doesn't trust either of them. But has a friend who is a taxi driver and will take him and hide him out. So he's going to go to the city. Moving to the country. Oh, no, he's not moving to the country. He's moving away from the country. Oh, and now we have Paulina93 is here. Welcome, Paulina93. Sorry, I need to one of these days, I said this a little bit earlier, I bought a second monitor just so I could bring it into work and hook it up. Only to discover that the back of this computer does not have another HDMI out port. And it doesn't have an actual monitor port either, so I can't have one monitor out of one. It just has one HDMI cable out, which is already being used. I was gonna have two so I could like see what I'm recording, but also look at stuff. Can't do it now. Sorry. Technology sucks. I hate technology so much. So anyway, Paulina93, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy this lovely stream, which is ending soon. So you got to get the knowledge in now. Okay. I'm getting distracted. At the end of Act 1, what background information do audiences know about your protagonist and about your story world? Well, they know he is disabled a bit. Loves tech to make better for himself and others. So yeah, can you imagine technology is being stifled, development and the sharing of new tech is drying up, and you are someone who like gets a like that's how you survive. Maybe you're missing an arm, and so you need a, I can't even. Why is my brain just freezing up now? Like you have what's the word? Bionic. Not a bionic. Well, I mean, regardless, you need tech to sort of function at the same level as everyone else. But tech is being strangled, so now maybe the fact that you can't get around, maybe your electric wheelchair is no longer available, and now you just have like a regular wheelchair. Maybe that's just not as easy. Or you need the arm, and now you don't have that, so now you don't have something to lift with on that hand. And so he's a good guy. He doesn't want tech just because he wants to get rich. It makes his life easier, so he doesn't want to lose it. So we learn that about that. City is clawing back and restricting tech. Rebels want to free tech. Spread it around. World is slightly agrarian, but with tech areas. Yeah. So, what is next? Oh, another TV viewer is here. Well, welcome. Now we've got like 5 people. This is insane. Insane people. And just as we're going to be, well, maybe we'll go a little bit longer, like 5 minutes more, because I love you all so much more. Now that there's more of you, there's more love to go around. So, I talk about at the end of Act 1, what background information do audiences know? I've shared that. If you had to, could you delay revealing any of this information until Act 2? I don't know. Could you delay revealing any? I mean, maybe, but I want to establish that, because I mean, if you don't know that the city is clawing back tech and restricting it, then you don't really know why he doesn't care much for the city or why the rebels are fighting against him. Just seems like you need to know these things. He loves tech. Yeah, that's going to be obvious. That he's missing an arm and walks with a cane. Can't really hide that either. You know what? I'm going to say no. No. I want to reveal what you need to know in Act 1. To achieve his goal, does your protagonist need to assemble a team, like Ocean's 11 or Toolkit, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which incidentally in Britain and Canada is the Philosopher's Stone, because that's the real name. However, for some reason people don't know what the Philosopher's Stone was, so they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone because that was just totally made up and no background for it, so whatever. I gotta let that go. Let that go, Neil. It's silly. Assemble the team. I don't know if he needs to assemble a team. I don't think he doesn't need I need someone who, he's the guy who can do this device, can create it. He can figure it out. Maybe, assemble a team. He needs help from people. I'll have to think about this one, because maybe he needs, once he gets the device, he still has to calibrate it and set everything correct. Where do you know where the right place to set that one wheel is of war, unless you probably have talked to someone who is, adept at the history of warfare, and knows the history of conflict throughout history. I don't know, people. I'm gonna have to think about this one, so I'm gonna put a little star. When will this assembly start? I don't know when the assembly will occur. I'm gonna have to, okay. I think I struck a nerve with the Cloudish here. Yes, I agree. Though, to be fair, I'm not sure if many in the Canadian system would know it either. I think I just got it from reading various things. If you read fantasy, then you probably know what the Philosopher's Stone is. If you haven't, you're just like, what? I don't know. Anyway, but I'm leaving it right there. I'm going to stop because it is 8:08. I am on page 7. I'm just going to show it one more time in case anyone is wanting to do this at home. The Ultimate Story Structure Worksheet, scribemeetsworld.com. I'm just going through it because July, Camp NaNoWriMo. Everyone, spend the next couple of weeks plotting, working out your story all the way through. And for some of us, that involves index cards. So plan it out. You have 2 weeks. And then that way sorry, I'm just organizing my stack here. So when July 1st hits, we can do it. We can sit down, you have everything ready. And maybe your plan for Camp NaNoWriMo, it's because it's not the full November crazy thing. Maybe you can just say, you know what, for July camp, I'm just going to write 6 chapters, the first 6 chapters. And it doesn't have to be the full book. And then you do it, and you feel great. And then you can work a little bit more, and then November comes, you've already got maybe half your book done, and you can finish it. Unless you're me, in which case you probably never will finish it, because I'm squirrel like that. That's what I am. So anyway, it is 8:10. We are going to close this stream down. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I love you all, especially you. You know who I'm talking about. And I will see you guys next Tuesday at 7, same time, same station. And we'll keep working. Keep working on plotting it out. And when July hits, we will sit down and start writing in earnest. Well, I'll write in a word processing document, but you can write in earnest if you want. Night, everyone. Talk to you later.